Okay, my name is Abusande. In this class, I will be showing you how you can use 3DM OB 3DM plugin on QGIS, right? In our previous class of mobile mapping processing, we've gone through a lot and we have processed the data. We have published it on an OB server. Okay, now you see that OBIT 3DM Content Manager is the only software that we actually use to view the panorama. Okay, so now, how we can be able to use a particular plugin, OBIT 3DM plugin, so that we can use QGIS to actually view the panorama, actually view the image or the video that was captured, right? Okay, that's exactly what we are going to do in this class. Okay, so as you can see, this is QGIS 3.10. Okay, QGIS 3.10. That's what we are going to use. And then we have already loaded Autophoto, and then as well as building main. Okay, so we just loaded these two data so that we will use it on the course of this training. OB building main is actually the layer that we use in this for this LUC assessment, right? Where we assess property using the data from the mobile mapping. We view the property using the 3DM plugin, and then we assess it, right? So we use the layer building main, right, to actually digitize the property and then do our assessment based on what we see from the viewer, right? The 3D viewers. Okay, so for us to start now, what you do is that you load all the necessary layer you need on your QGIS, right? But the main layer here is the building main. Okay, so you can add other layer like parcel main and other things to do your confirmation or depend on which particular job you're going to do at the moment. But this is how you can be able to use your 3DM to view the data from the server. Okay, from the OBIT server. Okay, now let's get started. Now the first thing you do, you have this plugin here. You see, right? We have a plugin here. If you put here, you see that there is open the 3D mapping viewer, right? This is a mapping viewer. So what I'll do, I'll just click it. Okay, to take me to a browser. Okay, when take you to a browser, you just click here, right? So that you can sign in. Now we are signing into 3DM publisher, right? We are signing into the publisher, not to a 3D mapping cloud, right? If you are signing into the cloud, that is to say you store your all your data are stored in the cloud, the Orbit cloud, right? Okay, so then but we have our central server here where we store all our data. So that's why we now log into that particular server so that we can be able to access the view. Okay, now what we do now is just click on it, right? Okay, now you see as we understand that we have our data stored in our server. Okay, so we need an IP address to that particular server, right? Okay, so now from our link here, the browser link here, we will see that we have an IP address here. Okay, so what you need to do, you just click on it like this, highlight only the IP address from the link, and then copy it. Okay, then you come to the server URL. Okay, and then click on it, and then you paste. You understand? Okay, and then you now input your login details, right? Your username and then your password. Okay, and then you click sign in. So I'll put now this is my username. Okay, and then my password is there already. Okay, then I'll click sign in. right? Okay, so now they ask you that you should choose publication. You know, when we are publishizing, we told you that we create a resources group, and our resources group also serve as our publication, right? Okay, so now is that resources group name that we created, or the publication we created, that is the one that we are going to use now, right? The publication we created, right? And we added resources group inside the publication so that we can be able to see. You understand? So now, for us to see any of the publication, you can just go down, right? And then pick any publication you think you want to work on, depend on the area you want to access, right? Okay. From the author photo, you know that okay, I want to work in this particular place already. Okay. So if you want to work in that particular place, then you now select okay. So now what I'll do, I'll go back to my 3DM. Okay, then I'll select um let's say I'll select Badiko Kaduna South. Okay. Let's say I'll select Badiko Kaduna South. Okay. Then I click sign in. So you see, this is the view for Badiko Kaduna South. Right? Okay. So you see you can pan, hold down your left click button, hold it down, and then drag the pan. Okay, and drag to pan, and then you see we have the the view here. That is this point you are seeing here is a footprint. Okay, so you can click and follow the footprint, and then follow the road at which the vehicle followed, right? And then follow based on what the movement of the vehicle, so that you can be able to see. So you see, you can see all the building, right? You can zoom, in and out. You understand? Okay, so that is that. So you are seeing this is we are viewing it now using a Chrome browser, right? Okay, 3GM uh, viewing in Chrome browser. Okay, so I go back to QGIS again. Right. So as you can see, we have additional layer here, right? We have the we have the 3D mapping field of views, right? Okay, and then the mapping footprint. Okay, so now if can just click on the footprint and then zoom to layer so that it will take me to where the footprint are. So as you can see, we are having the footprint here. Okay, we are having a footprint here. Okay, so you see this is a footprint we have here, right? For this particular run, you see that the run is actually very small based on what you see here, but we'll still load another run so that you see some that are much. Okay, so now for you to load another run, let's assume you discover that this is not the run that you are looking for. Okay, this is not the particular resources group or the particular publication you are looking for. All right, so what you need to do only is just go back to your uh, browser, okay, and then click on this uh, icon here, okay, and then you change your publication, right? Just click and then change your publication. So let's assume we want Panawa, right? Panawa Kaduna, or the same Badiko 2021, or Panawa Kaduna 2020, Kaduna South 2021. Okay, sign in. Okay, so you see that of Panawa 2021. Okay, so go back to our Qgis again, right? So go back to our Qgis and then click on the view, the footprint view, and then zoom to layer. Okay, so okay, so you see for Panawa, right? So you see many runs here, right? So as you see, as you can see, this is the route that the vehicle follows, right? It's a road that vehicle follow. Based on the size of the data, sometimes you take time before it load. That's why you see some delays in viewing the trajectory or the runs, right? Okay, so now we'll just pick a particular place and then we use to access our property now. Okay, now let's say from here, okay, you see that buildings are empty here. There's no, based on the auto photo, we are not seeing any building here now. So I'll go to a place that we have a building that is not yet accessed. Okay, so let's say here. Okay, let's say here. Okay, let's use this place now for assessment. Okay, so now what I'll do is that I want to view this particular building, right? Let me zoom in so that you see it very well. I want to see this particular building. I want to view it, right? So that I can use it now to do my assessment, my LUC assessment, right? Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll just click on location here, pick location, okay? Then I'll come and I'll click on the building. So you see that the view now, this is the mapping field of view. So if I off this thing now, you see that it will go. So this is the the sign that show you where you are looking at a particular time. Right? So if I click, let's say if I pick location and then I click here, the view will change to that place. Okay, so take note of that so that you see from the auto photo, you see where your image is viewing, like where your location is viewing, or the particular building that you're viewing is facing now, so that you know which particular building you are going to see on the browser or on the viewer. Okay, so as I said, I want this building, so I'll click here, right? Okay, so now I'll go to my browser. Okay, so you see, this is the building. If you remember very well, it was a red roof, right? Okay, so you see, this is a building. Okay, so you can pan around, change it to confirm the location. Okay, and as I said, you can use this footprint to go follow the routes. Okay, so this is the building, right? Okay, so as you see from the assessment, from our view here, you see that at least this particular property is not too bad. You understand? So this is going to be your assessment. Okay, what is the nature of the roof? Yeah, the condition of the roof, the condition of the gate, right? The fence. Is there gutter? There is the drainage system. Is there electricity? Right? So these are some of the things, as you can see, we are seeing all of them here. Shows that there's light, there's electricity here, there's a drainage system, but at least the gate is okay to a certain level. At least it is the fence that are having some, it's not, it has been long renovated, but that is none of the business, right? So um, uh, the road is not time, right? Okay, the road is not time. Okay, right. So now having checked all those things, then we go back to our Qgis, and then it's more advisable, right? When doing this LUC, it's more advisable you have a two screen actually, so that it's not good that you are saying before I can be able to access my Qgis, I have to click to, you understand, it's better you have your view somewhere, right, in another screen, and then you are seeing Qgis in another place, right, so that you can do your assessment perfectly. Okay, so now let's go. For us to access this particular property now, we use this building name, and then I'll click start edit, right, and then add polygon. Okay, just for us to digitize it, so you can zoom it very well so that you can do accurate digitization. And okay, so I'll click here, and then I'll follow the shape of the building, right? Okay, on here, this, okay, then like this. Okay, So then I'll right click. Um, all right, I am going to repeat this again because my Qgis set not to display the attribute information, right? So I have to change that setting so that the negative facial designation to display the attribute information for us to fill. Okay, so I'll just go and change that now. Suppress attribute information. Okay, all right. So I will undo this. Okay, okay, all right. Um, okay, so it has undone now. So I'm going to repeat the digitization again, right? So start from here. Okay, so right click. So you see, it now displays the attribute information for us to fill. Okay, so now what you do now is that your building number uh, is not the software or the QGIS will automatically generate that for you. Your main focus is the ones with this color or with this star on it, right? Anyone that is not with those with a star, right, is optional. You don't need to fill it, or you don't even need to fill it. You just leave it. The software will automatically generate the information for it. Okay. So what I'll do now is that the grade. Okay, under the grade. Now based on the view that we have from there, right? Based on the view, right? Based on this view, what grade do you think that we give to this particular building, right? Okay, so from grade A, B, C. So I think I can give grade B to that building. At least the building is fine. Okay. Then the window quality. Actually, if you go to that particular building, we are not seeing the window clearly. Okay, but as you can see this, I think the quality of the window is okay, right? So I'll go back to this place. The window quality, uh, good. The gate is actually good, right? The roof quality is good. The quality is good. The state of repair, the state of repair should be average because of that fence that we are seeing there that is not actually renovated. Okay. Then the road classification, yes, sand slash laterite because it's not tarmac, right? It's not a tire road. Okay. Then road water drain. Yes, we know that we have a road water drain there available. Okay. Then electric connections. Yes, we have electric connection available. Street lights. Okay, I'll go back and check the street light. Okay, for us to see the street light and zoom down so that it on. Right, you see, as you see now, there's no street light here. If you check around, there's no street lights, right? Okay, because it is street light, at least we see it along this place. Okay, so there's no street light, so I'll go back here and street light not available. Number of floor, as you can see, is not a story building, so it's just a bungalow. So the number of floor is going to be one, right? Okay, so number of floor is one. Then we go down again. Um, building type, building type is actually residential. Okay, if you look at the building, it's actually residential. So go back here, building type, residential. Okay, bungalow. Okay, let's just pick bungalow, right? Okay, then okay. So as you can see, this is this is it. Okay, all right. So you you click OK. So see the information have been added here. So the next thing you do here is to go back to your view. Okay, back to your view. Then you can position it very well. Okay, position the particular building. Okay, then we go to your open the view snapshots sidebar, because we need to snap this image so that we can add it to our attribute information, so that when you try to identify it on the QGIS, you can display the image. That is exactly what we're trying to do. So I'll click on view one, right? Then I'll take a snapshot. You see, so you click on snapshot. Now you see that it has snapped this particular building, and then you click on download. Okay, so you have downloaded it to this place. Okay, so now for this particular download, now you now rename it based to a building, right, to that building number. So if I click here now, you know, based on the fact that I've already clicked save to this particular place. Now if I click here and then use identifier tools and click here, the software, okay, I've not you have to click save here first, right, to save your edit. Okay, so I'll click save. Okay, okay, so now you see that it refuses to save, right? That's why it's showing this commit error. If you go through the error, you see that it tell you that duplicate key value violate unique constraint, right? So there's a set of constraint that assigned to the database, right, which allow not to save. So what we do is that you are going to digitize in building term, right? Then you copy it and paste in building main, right? So that's what we are going to do. Design in building term, copy it and paste in building main, and then we can now click save. By then you filled all the necessary information from there, right? Okay. So now what we are going to do now is that I can close this error now. Okay, and then uh, pick my selection tools and delete this one. I just delete it away. Okay, so I can click save now. Okay, so so I can just stop edit here. Did you want to save? No, I'll just discard it, right? Because we did not do any change to it. Okay, so now what we are going to do now is to load our building term. Okay, so we load the building term, building main, and building term. Okay, all right. So we have our building term here. Okay, so now we start edit. Okay, start edit. Then that's it. Okay, so right click. All these informations we don't need it, so you don't need to fill it. So you just click save. Okay, so you just digitize this very well. So you can digitize as much as you can possibly before copying and paste, and then you follow it. Okay, but you make sure that you know maybe the particular block you have digitized. Okay, for your work to be fast. But the best thing for you not to forget any of the parcel, to any of them not to fill the information, you can just copy this as you just digitized one. So what I'll do now is I'll use my selection tools and select it, and go to copy it, right? That's from the building tab, right? I go to copy it. Okay, then I'll go to building main. right? Building name, start edit, and then I'll paste. Okay, so now you see, I paste successful bar. So I can now off my building term. Okay, we have all building term, so we have our building name, so I can actually deselect. Okay, so you see now, so we have to now you can now fill the information now, the attribute information. So what I'll do is that I'll use identifier 2. I'll click so that I'll display the same information as it was during the digitization process. So I'll okay, based on our information that we viewed from the image. Okay, let's okay, let's zoom to the image first. Okay, okay, all right. So I'll go back to okay. So this is our image, right? So based on the information we have here, if you remember that we have assessed this. Okay, so uh, go here. Okay, so we'll give it under grade is B. Window quality is good. Gate quality is good. Scroll quality is good. Um, State of repair, let's give average. Road classification, sound, that's right. Road water drain. Road water drain is available. Electricity is available. Street light is not available, right? Okay. And then floor is 1. Okay. Then continue. Building type is bungalow. Okay. Then the mobile image was 2021, right? If you remember when we are loading the publication, it is 2021. Okay. Then okay. Okay. So after that you click on OK, right? So if you click on OK now, you click on OK. So you click on save. Okay. So you see we have saved it. So now if you use attribute table now, like the attribute information, if you identify the attribute information, now you see we have a building number here, right, which was automatically generated by the software or the database. Okay. So what you do is that you copy this building number and then you go to your download where we download our screenshot, right? You go to download. See, okay, go to my download. So you see, this is our screenshot that we downloaded. So you right click, then you rename, then you paste. Okay, so you see, so we have linking with this particular number, right? So it's just for you to copy it and paste in the right directory where you put it so that it will be linked. So depending on where your link folder is, so you copy it and paste in your link folder, right? Okay, so then from there you minimize this and then you click OK here. Do you understand? Okay, so you see we have you have successfully verified or assessed this particular property. So the same application you do to all other property, you digitize them, in building them and copied it. Make sure that after digitizing building them, make sure you click on save first, right? Make sure you click on save on building them before you copy it and paste on building main, right? So that from the building temp, the software can actually generate the ID before coming to building main. You understand? So that is an overview on how you can do assessment in uh, that is LUC assessment using 3GM plugin on QGIS. Right. Thank you very much.